Welcome, everybody, to the Movie Weirdos.
Where we, the Weirdos, talk about movies.
Indeed. I am Jake,
I'm Ghazi.
the Movie Weirdos. So let's get going right into this. We're going to talk a little bit about some news, some of the box office. We're going to have
Top 5 battle.
top 5 battle.
We'll have our actor profile.
Actor profile.
And we'll talk about what's coming out on Blu-rays to wrap up.
So stay tuned for all of that.
Good stuff.
We have a lot of good stuff coming your way, so I guess let's get right into it.
All right. Well, first off, we have this beautiful Star Wars memorabilia here.
Yeah, all Force Friday things that I, got to grab. I actually didn't get the porgs on Force Friday. I went back and got some porgs.
Gotta have a porg, man.
Yeah, used the baby as an excuse for she'll love this. So I bought this stuff.
And look at these cute big black eyes.
Yes. So
Frowny faces.
yeah, a lot of crazy Star Wars things floating around.
News in the air. We've got director of Episode 9's been fired or let go or mutually parted ways, however you want to phrase it.
Colin Trevorrow.
So we'll see who takes his spot. Shortlist looks pretty good because you got, I think, J.J. Abrams, and I can't think of who the other person was. Should have looked it up.
Well, Ryan Johnson.
Who
directed Episode 8. I think that would be the smart move.
It'd be nice to have fluidity there. That'd be a nice change of pace for them.
Yeah.
What else? They're in the Han Solo reshoots. They added a new
Paul Bettany. Yes. Fine actor.
Basically, I think he's taken over. What is that dude's name from The Wire?
Because Michael K. Williams
was unavailable for reshoot, so I think he's taking over.
They took his character out and now have to refilm those scenes or something. Or he might be playing like a alien. So then
that too. He's all green screened out.
If they're just a bunch of balls and clicks while filming, yeah. So a lot of interesting stuff. Because the rumor for Colin Trevorrow is that he was very difficult to work with. Apparently, when they filmed Jurassic World, he was very difficult on the set, but they didn't do anything about it because Steven Spielberg hand selected him to direct the movie, so no one could say no to him.
Jurassic World.
So then he just had some movie come out this year, something Book of Henry, and it was a flop and bombed.
Bombed hard, and Disney said, bye-bye.
Yeah, they're probably learned our lesson with the Han Solo movie. And Rogue One had a pretty rocky go of it.
It really did.
They kept Gareth Edwards to actually finish the movie, but I think they had people help him.
Got some assistance, consulting.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. At least they did it now instead of when they started filming.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
So I think they're supposed to start filming in either January or February.
Very soon, yeah.
So see how that goes.
With that going forward, at least once 2019 comes about.
Mm-hmm.
So we have one more year with Netflix, but Netflix will lose Star Wars and Marvel properties, new properties.
Yes.
As far as their TV shows, they still have those, the Defenders and all that. They'll keep those, but you won't have the Avengers on there anymore.
Civil War
won't be any of those new ones that might possibly pop up on there next year.
Yeah, Doctor Strange would go and Rogue One would be off. I'm guessing they'd keep the Clone Wars.
I'm guessing they'd lose the Clone Wars because...
Yeah, Netflix exclusively had the last season of it, though.
I know, but...
Yeah, who knows?
They exclusively had a contract for all new Star Wars stuff, too, and that's going away.
It's going away.
So,
it's true. So, do you think this Disney service would actually be worth them? I guess it depends on what price it is.
Exactly, they haven't dropped the price.
If it's $5-6,
it's not going to be. It's going to be at least the same price as Netflix.
$10,
guarantee it.
Yeah, if you have your entire...
Because they have an ungodly amount of content, and he's saying when they release, they'll have new content.
Yeah,
3 or 4 shows, handful of movies. That's a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm. So,
if it was Netflix price, I'd contemplate it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sure you could get the week free, try it out, see what's all actually on there.
Mm-hmm. So, and then begin the streaming wars. Will.
Hardcore. More and more companies will back out.
Yeah, if cable keeps going its downward slope, same with satellite. I think people have all these streaming options, but there's just too many of them.
Just make your own TV, pick and choose. And you can do it without commercials.
Yeah, except for Hulu, unless you pay extra money.
I pay that extra. It's like $3 a month.
Yeah,
and it's totally friggin' worth it.
How much is Hulu a month?
It's $11.99.
Okay. And Netflix, I can't remember. They upped their price this year.
I think it's $12.99.
Yeah. If you want HD and 4K.
Yeah.
And then if you pay a little less for standard quality.
It's probably like $10.99. So you might as well just fork up the extra $2. That way you can get the best quality and not get grainy, shitty video.
Yeah, because unless you have a box TV like me in my basement, I think most people can take the HD quality.
Most TVs, that's pretty standard now.
Yeah, I think this thing is like, it might be 720. It's got a pretty good picture.
That, y'all can't see behind the camera, but there's a box TV that probably does not.
Six something, maybe.
Standard definition TV. I don't think that's 720.
I guess that'd be 540 then.
Probably 540. So close, but that extra half a rotation, that doesn't make sense because we're talking about color and not rotating skateboard tricks.
Yeah, no. You can, I don't know. I don't know anything about TV rotation besides physically rotating the TV.
I don't know what you're talking about TV rotation. There is no such thing.
Well, I think old TVs were on a swivel.
And, well, yeah, like you could
move it.
Okay, we totally digressed way too far on a random topic.
Don't worry about it.
Let's go back. Let's talk about the DC universe.
Okay. So we're still in general news. We'll talk about, what DC and Warner Brothers has cooking up.
Well, it looks like after Suicide Squad 2, which I think is filming currently, or it's just about to start.
They're just about to start because they just got a director who's made some movies never seen before.
He's made some movies.
He's made some things. And
good. That's good.
So they're throwing someone else to direct this movie that kind of no one really wants, but they're doing it anyway.
Well, the international market probably wants it.
Yeah.
But once that wraps, Leto and Robbie will be teaming up for a Joker, Harley Quinn, I think, origin story of how they came together, or is it a continuation of like
after
them coming from Suicide Squad?
They have not said.
Gotcha.
I don't think Jared Leto knows anything about anything.
He doesn't, because he's confused as to why he keeps hearing the Joker's name tied with Leo DiCaprio, which leads us to the next weird move.
Yes.
Is Scorsese, I guess, is wanting to produce an origin story.
Of the Joker,
He wants Leo.
Leo DiCaprio.
So can we have two different Jokers at the same time? Or will that just be too damn complicated? Especially because they're going to be very different Jokers in the sense that Jared Leto's Joker, I don't think is the same Joker that Nicholson and Ledger were playing anyway.
No. Jared Leto's Joker is like a weird, crazy crackhead gangster guy.
Looks like a meth head.
Meth head gangster guy. When Heath Ledger was like an anarchist gangster guy-ish.
He wasn't even gangster. He's just
crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. Or Jack Nicholson was like more the classic Joker.
He was like a mobster.
Mobster. So I'm guessing Scorsese probably pitched something in that zone, but obviously more serious. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, because I wonder if Scorsese's involved, would he want to set it back?
Because
change time periods.
Because it would be pretty cool if they went like old style, like really old style gangsters. And kind of, that'd be a cool movie. Kind of a noirish gangster mystery movie.
Set Batman and the Joker up in the 70s or something.
I didn't even go
60s or 70s.
I didn't even go further.
Go like
30s.
30s?
30s.
All right. Get that Capone era?
Yeah, Capone era. Like, really old gangster.
Or was that 20s?
20s.
When was Prohibition?
20. Oh, yeah. It was like the end of the teens. Into the 20s, I think, was Prohibition.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I should probably know my history.
I forget.
But no, that would be dope. That would be super cool.
Yeah. Because then you can get away with having two Jokers in the same timeline because that's just basically an entire separate timeline, and it's very distinguishable that they're separate.
Different time frame. Yeah. Leto's is very, very, very much a modern day Joker.
Yeah.
Whereas this would be old school, like Watchmen time frame.
Because if you had two of the same Joker movies happening at the same time period, then that would confuse the crap out of the general movie audience.
Especially because they're going to look probably drastically different.
Yes.
Especially if it's an origin story, it's probably going to look not makeuped out as much, maybe.
So what if, like, DiCaprio basically looked like he did in not Inglourious Bastards, but Django Unchained, you know, that crazy looking dude. But
with them nasty
Joker,
teeth?
Yeah, with nasty looking teeth, throw some Joker paint on him. Just him talking. Make the Joker Southern, why not?
Oh, man. Well, what is, like, see, I don't even know other than, like, the Jack Nicholson version of, like, his origin is he was a gangster who fell into the vat and got all fucked up, or was he not a gangster? Did he just
He was a gangster. He was he was the Red Hood. Like, that was his evil villain moniker. And yeah, he, like, you know, I think he screwed over the mob or something. So then they killed him. And Batman was there to, like, you know, save him, but he didn't and let him, you know, fall or something. So Batman, you know, created the Joker basically. So, which they kind of did in the '89 Keaton movie.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because Batman came in and then dude fell into the thing and he was like, "Oh shit, I lost him," so he got out of there.
Yeah, fell into a weird chemical vat of something
that made his face go rip. Dude, his cheeks were like, his dimples were killing me.
I know. I wonder how, like, comfortable those prosthetics were.
Not probably at all.
Probably not.
Probably drove him fucking mad.
Yeah, he looked crazy because then, you know, that whole movie with the Nicholson eyebrows going on with that crazy face. He looks creepy in that movie.
He's super creepy and he acts creepy.
Great movie though.
It really is.
Yeah. I think it's aged well because it works. Because it's kind of got an old school. You don't really know what time period it is.
No, it definitely feels like it's from, like, you know, they're in the
whatever.
You could even say 70s. Or even the 80s. It's just his character just dresses like he's from the times before, like the 50s.
Yeah, and Gotham even looks really old.
Yeah.
So, and probably because they're sets, gritty. Weird, crazy sets that Tim Burton made.
That's the other thing about those is that it look that way because of Tim Burton. Like
yeah, that is very certain aesthetic style. So, do you think? Obviously, I think the Joker and Harley Quinn movie would kind of follow a look of Suicide Squad a little bit.
I'm imagining it'll look just like it. Because isn't there a Harley Quinn movie too coming out?
I think they're saying no to that. It's become the Harley Quinn.
The Harley Quinn and the Joker movie.
Yeah. Because the other thing to look for with a lot of these DC movies is they have, like, DC animated movies come out a lot. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times they test the waters with certain characters. So they just recently had, like, Justice League Dark. And now it's rumored that they're going to make a Justice League Dark movie, which is like a team of all, like, supernatural characters, like Constantine and Swamp Thing, a bunch of crazy people.
Interesting.
Yeah. And they just had a Joker and Harley Quinn animated movie coming out. So, see.
I did pretty well.
Yeah. So, yeah, interesting stuff going on in there. I guess as long as DC keeps making good movies like Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
We'll see how Justice League turns out, and then we'll go from there. Aquaman, I think it'll be pretty dope.
Aquaman, I hope It'll be cool because it's not going to be a origin story. It's going to be a continuation from when Justice League ends. So that'll be nice.
Yeah, that is cool.
So who else? What other?
I don't know if The Flash, when that'll ever get made. They kept having director problems.
That'd just be a hard movie to make.
Yeah, and they have a TV show, so that a lot of people are gonna be like,
that poor guy that plays him on the TV show not getting asked to be in the movie. I feel bad for that guy. I mean, I understand why, because then you would not be able. You'd have to include it all together.
Yeah,
but
I'm kind of happy about that because
you don't like him, do you?
I've grown tired of the Flash TV show. The first season is pretty good, and then he is such a whiny crybaby on that show. There's just so much drama.
Well,
because it's on the CW show. There's so much drama on that show. I just want him to be the Flash, save some people, be actually heroic.
Quit with this teenage drama bullshit. We don't need Dawson's Creek tied into all this.
Yeah, it's basically a Dawson's Creek mixed with superheroes.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So that's why Arrow's too much drama too.
Yep, that's what I hear.
Yeah, too much drama. And it's just really ridiculous. The guy that plays him, pretty good. And he's actually like crazy strong. He did that American Ninja Warrior.
That was crazy.
Wow, which is nuts.
Yeah, because he does his own stunts and whatnot.
Where the guy that plays the Flash, he couldn't do any of that. He's a skinny little wimpy kid.
Really? He couldn't run so fast that he could travel through time? That's weird.
No, he just couldn't.
What a punk. They should have gotten Usain Bolt to play him.
Yeah, that's an idea. Why not hire a really fast person to play the Flash? You know, they should just start doing that with everything. Superman, they always pick big, strong people to play Superman-ish.
True. Okay, if they were going to make... Sorry, this is... I don't know. You made me think... Because you said the big, strong Superman, so that made me think. Have you seen the Flashpoint
Paradox? Yeah. Which they... Oh, I guess that's what they're doing with the Flash movie now.
They are going to do that.
Yes. That's what I heard. So I don't know if they're going to have Batman's dad be a crazy Batman.
And mom be Joker. That was... Which, if they do that, I want to see more of the mom being Joker, because that's the only thing I was kind of disappointed in. That is like, I want to see her like actually as the Joker, like.
Yeah, because if they went full into that, they have Atlantis fighting the Themyscirans.
Ooh,
it'd be epic. I think
Aquaman versus Wonder Woman, all pissed off because. Yeah. Woo!
She cut his wife's head off.
I know.
That was hardcore.
Dude, that movie was...
It was pretty brutal.
That's what you get, Flash, for saving your mama. Like, don't.
Don't do it. I just gotta let your mom die.
You literally ruined the world.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a real movie. And if they're going to have that be Batman's dad, Jeffrey Dean Morgan should play that role. They'd
bring him back.
That would be amazing.
I think he would be amazing. Maybe
because he basically played Batman in The Watchmen. The comedian was kind of like Batman.
A little bit, yeah. Well, Night Owl.
Really.
Night Owl was kind of more like Batman.
That's who I'm thinking of. When I think about it, but still,
the guy that was in the Conjuring movies too. So he's the guy that played Night Owl in Watchmen.
Who was he in the Conjuring?
The main guy. That, him and his wife go in and do all the exorcisms and things. I can't remember their character's name in the movies.
I'm trying to think of
that. But the real life people. Yeah, can't think of his name. It escapes me.
He's in a lot of those kind of movies, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
so is he the guy from Insidious also?
Yes.
Okay.
That guy.
Haha. Yes.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, what is that? What is the movie? Where he's have you seen where he's the limo driver?
I'm not.
And he has a really shitty day, and Chris Pine's like this crazy billionaire, and he comes like parachuting in, and he's like naked and lands. It's fucking hilarious.
No, wait.
Fletch, maybe? No, not Fletch. That's the
Chevy Chase movie.
Yeah.
Completely different movie.
I'll look this up real quick.
Okay. Well, Chris Pine, the only thing I can think of was... that one movie with Jeremy Piven as well.
Jeremy Piven and Chris Pine.
Chris Pine plays a really crazy person. You almost don't recognize him. It's like a weird... heist, gangster-ish, weird. I don't even know what to call that movie.
I don't even know.
Smoking Aces.
Oh, no, not that movie.
Not that movie.
I love that movie, though. Yeah, Chris Pine. Because he's one of the three brother guys.
Yes.
Great movie. Great movie. Jeremy Piven was great in that movie. Because he, didn't play really his normal character. Well, he kind of did if his normal character, his Ari Gold, was coked out and just giving up on life, I guess. Yes, that would actually be exactly how he would act.
Okay. Yeah, so not,
All right,
different movie than I was thinking of.
Great movie, though.
Yeah. Good movie.
Good brain. Stretch. It's called Stretch.
Stretch. I have not seen that. Okay. How long ago did that movie come out?
Came out in 2014.
All right.
It's got Ed Helms in it, too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, never have seen that.
Jessica Alba, Ray Liotta, David Hasselhoff. There's a bunch of people that's a funny movie.
Okay. But yeah, I guess
stuff.
Yeah, I think that was it for DC. What was there anything going on with Marvel news? I don't think so.
Thor Ragnarok's got more hype for it. More people want to see that than Justice League, so it's winning that. So that's kind of a Marvel DC thing.
It's basically the second most anticipated movie to still come out besides Star Wars. So, which is impressive considering the first. Not very many people were excited about the first two Thor movies, really.
No, the first one, people were surprised and enjoyed it. People did not like the second one, which
I
didn't understand because I thought it was dope.
Yeah, it was basically they gotta actually not be on Earth the whole time, which I was excited about.
I liked exploring the universe in which he actually lives.
Yeah, you got it cool. There's some pretty cool fight battles and stuff in that movie. And then
this next one, they just kind of smashed in some Planet
Hulk
storyline in there a little bit.
Yeah, and just the feel of it, with the titles and stuff, it has an 80s feel.
Yes.
They're going just full, just crazy, ridiculous, almost kind of.
It's gonna be probably very Guardians.
Very Guardians of the Galaxy.
Which makes sense because it's all spent it's all happening out in the universe. It's going to be a little weird. It's not going to be modern day New York like the Avenger movies and stuff, where obviously that's grounded in some sort of reality. Nah, dude, you got free reign. Yeah. You're on the planet basically run by
Jeff Goldblum.
So
yeah. I'm so excited.
I mean,
see Jeff Goldblum in that movie.
Oh man, he's gonna be so great.
But yeah, that's kind of all Marvel has going on because they're filming.
As far as the Marvel banner of that world,
because they're keeping
who's gonna die and whatnot in the big.
Oh yeah.
Which kind of sucks because who's gonna survive because there's a handful of movies coming out after. So
Thor. Yeah, Thor's going to be in Avengers Infinity War, so he survives his own movie.
Well, no, I just mean after the Infinity Wars. Ant-Man will make it because Ant-Man and Wasp don't come out till after. Black Panther will make it.
Yeah.
I think Doctor Strange makes it.
Yeah.
Somebody else, but...
Because, they're basically going to take over as the new main
Avengers. Some gotta die.
Black Panther's really not... It's kind of been quiet, but I think that comes out... Early next year, March maybe.
March, I think, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that movie surprised a lot of people.
Those trailers.
It's pretty sweet.
Trailer.
Yeah, it's a pretty good trailer.
It's got me excited.
Mm-hmm.
But in other Marvel news, we do have an X-Force movie coming together with Deadpool, Domino, Cable.
Yeah, Fox Marvel.
Fox Marvel.
Yeah,
and then they own the Venom property, or is that Sony?
Sony owns that.
Tom Hardy led. That'll be great. Fighting Carnage, so that should be pretty interesting. Hopefully, Riz Ahmed, I want to say.
Riz Ahmed? Yeah.
Everyone always says Rogue One, but I'm like, dude, he killed it in Nightcrawler. Yeah. Jake Gyllenhaal did him dirty.
Yeah.
He took his negotiating power away from him. That movie's crazy. If you have not seen Nightcrawler, check that out.
He was in a Netflix show, too. the OA or OA.
He was in the OA?
Mm-hmm. He was the counselor guy. Did
Really?
you watch that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Alex did, but I didn't.
Interesting show.
He was in The Night Of on HBO, which got rave reviews.
Okay.
I need to see that still.
I think he's he's going to turn into a really good actor.
He's English, and he's got like a wicked accent, because he like raps too.
Really?
Yeah. No, he's like really dope. Like that dude is crazy talented, and he's definitely going to have a long career in Hollywood.
He'll blow up.
How come British people can do Americans so well, but Americans cannot act, other than like Robert Downey Jr., we cannot act British to save our lives?
No. I think I don't know, I think half of it is the culture thing. As Americans, we're so steeped in our own culture, we don't really learn about other countries' cultures. So we don't, unless you watch a lot of British
they're all
movies.
Watching our stuff all the time.
So that's the thing. Just this, like, British slang is just so different. Humor is completely different.
It is, but like, damn.
Oh, I know.
Do your research. Like Brad Pitt in that one movie where he was Austrian, like that was with the Dalai Lama.
Oh, 7 years in Tibet.
7 years in Tibet. His accent's god awful.
Oh, awful.
Almost makes it unwatchable, but it's a great movie.
But Brad Pitt looks like an Austrian.
He does. He don't sound like one though.
He is a fine, blonde hair, blue-eyed specimen.
He honestly sounds like Aldo Rain. Like, did he just, when he got Inglourious Basterds, like, I did so terrible with that accent, I should use that in this movie.
His Irish accent was better in Snatch, though.
Oh, he killed it in that. His mush mouth.
Yeah, you couldn't understand a single thing he said. It was awesome.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie. Well, yeah, I think that's all of our Marvel news, though.
Okay.
We don't really have...
Was there other general movie news? That was about it.
Yeah, I mean, It Part 2 is going to start filming soon, so we'll get the full-on It thing. This isn't just a single movie thing.
Mm-hmm. Just
like the old school version.
Yeah. So I guess leading into that, we can talk about how it dominated the box office.
$117 million. Yeah. God dang.
On a very modest $30 million budget. So.
And it's rated R.
Yeah, which is another impressive thing.
Yes, it is.
It becomes it's the single biggest opening ever for a horror movie in history. It's the third highest box office of this whole year.
That's so insane.
And
that is so insane.
Biggest September opening ever. So
it's killing
like
it.
Three records right there. It's crazy to think about. If you think at the beginning of the year, you would have thought like Spider-Man would have made a lot more money. Some of those other comic book movies.
But I would have just thought like cool. You'll make double your budget, not triple your budget on opening weekend.
Which is interesting because it's
quadrupling, actually.
Did it really have that much marketing? I don't have normal TV, so I never saw commercials.
To be honest, I don't either, so I wouldn't know. But I know,
and then just general internet ads and stuff. There wasn't a lot.
They had quite a bit.
I thought, yeah. I guess, and I think like Stranger Things and shows like that got people excited.
Helped it a lot too.
Yeah,
I mean,
group of kids. And people are terrified as shit from clowns. So that's another thing. I think this was like a movie that people actually thought could be scary.
Well, I mean, the original one and even the story are what ruined clowns' careers and lives because people became terrified. Yeah. An entire generation of children were raised watching that movie when they shouldn't have been.
That serial killer that was a clown also probably ruined it too.
John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah.
Probably, but they like to blame it.
No, because though it's terrifying.
And I've heard it may be the best Stephen King adaptation to movie as well. It may actually be. I want to know what he thinks.
Oh no, we're probably maybe going to see this movie this week. So
we'll do whenever we see it. As soon as we're done seeing it, we're going to record a review episode. So we'll have a nice little bonus episode here soon.
Because it's got great ratings and everyone seems to be generally pleased.
A lot of people that I know that have seen it have raved about it.
Yeah. So you need to check it out.
It looks creepy as shit.
So do you think, with the success of all these horror movies this year,
Yeah.
if studios are gonna think about maybe bringing down the budgets to some of their bigger blockbusters, because you have movies that are made for $20-30 million, basically.
No, what they'll do, what they're gonna do is I think you'll just see more of those pushed out to therefore offset the cost of. They might even make bigger movies that cost even more, just because they're like, well, we could shell out in each quarter of this year we could have a horror movie come out, quadruple its budget, and that covers our tentpole flopping. Mm-hmm. Or doing bad in America but recouping overseas. We'll still have our US dollars.
Yeah.
Hollywood, like, shit's bananas right now.
Well, yeah.
I can't, I don't understand this horror movie. Boom.
I don't know. I think it's just...
I don't even know if it's a boom, because I feel like it's been happening for the past decade. Like, ever since the Saw movies kind of came out.
Yeah, there's been but the type of horror movies changed. Sure. Where during that time you had your just really disgusting, crazy movies. And now it's leaned a little bit more on supernatural movies. Paranormal stuff. Which, your Paranormal Activities made huge money.
Don't cost nothing.
They cost... I don't even think the first one cost $1 million. It was like...
I think they just handheld it.
Yeah, they just handheld that whole thing. And then this year, you had Annabelle Creation. I guess you can say Get Out.
Yeah, Get Out,
And there's another big movie. Lights Out did really good. There's a couple other horror movies that just made really good money. So...
People like to be scared, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's just the times. People are just afraid, so they want to be more afraid. Everyone thinks the world's gonna end, so they're like, let's watch some scary movies. I don't know.
Man.
I couldn't tell you.
It's bizarre.
Or just like teenagers at this time, like teenagers right now just into horror movies. Kind of like they were in the...
Like late 80s.
Like 80s, yeah.
Early 90s.
Because there's a ton of horror movies out in the 80s. That's for sure.
Well, and then even going into the early 90s.
Early 90s. And then it died out for a while in the 90s.
No, then you just got spoofs all in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Spoofing all those movies.
Yeah, your Scream, and you got, I know what you did last summer, scary movies. So, and then it became big, and to now, box office gold for some horror movies. And they have to be good horror movies, though, is the thing. These are movies that people have actually liked and have actually gotten pretty good, great
It's not reviews. Halloween Resurrection.
Yeah.
Halloween H2O.
Yeah. They are making another Halloween movie. But
they're making another Friday the 13th as well.
Yeah. Because Blumhouse, who makes these really low budget
they're taking it over.
They're taking it over. So they're keeping the budget at a minimum, which I think is smart.
It'll be like the old one. I like the Rob Zombie versions. It's just it was a very different version. Very different story.
Yeah. I didn't like it.
I never saw the second one, so let me rephrase that. I liked the first one.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw it and I'm like, there's some stuff I'm like, that's pretty messed up.
Yeah, no, that's you put that Rob Zombie twist on it where it was like,
it's pretty messed up,
It's like he didn't just hack up his sister, like he did this whole gang of weird. Like, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I do like the first one though. I need to see the second one just so I can find out if I would like it.
Yeah. So I think a lot of studios are going to be putting out a lot of horror movies. Because I don't think there's a lot of actually horror movies coming out in October this year. They've been coming out just randomly, but it's just kind of interesting to think about. But I don't know.
The horror movie.
The horror movies. So do you think it'll have legs into next weekend?
Well, that's what I'm wondering, because it all, I think, hinges on how the general public, how badly they want to see Mother. Darren Aronofsky's new movie.
It's not, I don't think it will do, I think it'll be
It's not. It's definitely not going to make no $117 million in opening weekend. But as far as the weekend battle, will it win?
I think at most it'd make about 20 million opening weekend for Mother.
But that's what I'm saying. Is that going to deter? Is that going to take enough away from it? Just because if it made that much money, that means a lot of people already went and saw it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Which, I mean, still helps in the long run because you have that much more word of mouth. Like, you need to go see this.
Because it's Thursday and Friday numbers were huge for it. So, a lot of people that wanted to see it saw it on the get-go.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people saw it Thursday and Friday because football season started. So a lot of people, want to watch football instead of, going to the movies at night. So that's another factor too. Earlier shows doing well. But, and the other thing with Mother, no one really heard about this movie too much for the general audience until about a month ago. They never released a trailer until about a month ago.
But I look at the people who are in the movie, people who know at least, like Jennifer Lawrence definitely know about this movie. Yeah. People who know Darren Aronofsky know about this movie, which that might not be a big number of people, but people who know Javier Bardem probably know about this movie.
I think the Jennifer Lawrence aspect will bring a lot of people for sure. Maybe. Passengers did not do that great of numbers, and that had her and Chris Pratt in it. Two big names.
But that's also, it didn't do too well critically. And because, to be honest, I like the movie, but it's a little creepy. Because it's like, wow, dude, like, you want to like Chris Pratt's character, but once he does what he does, how can you really like him? Because he totally just death sentenced this woman. Like, he made, like, no, I'm sorry, that movie.
I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know.
Oh, shit.
That's okay. I don't know.
Well, spoiler alert.
Because
I've read things where they're like, well, what if they flip the roles? It's like, well, if she did it to him, people would probably be more forgiving because it's a woman waking up the man instead of like, this dude's like obsessing over this chick in the sleeping pod. And then he's like, I don't want to be alone anymore. Wake up. And then he tries to play it off like he didn't do it. Like, it's...
Okay.
He's creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a little creepy.
Yeah.
I think, because Darren Aronofsky's last movie was Black Swan.
Wasn't it Noah?
Oh, I forgot completely about that movie.
Never saw it. I need to.
I'd actually check it out
because it's probably a good It's a Darren Aronofsky movie, I imagine. Like it's a fantasy movie. It's not a Bible movie like people kept trying to label. Like he even came out multiple times. Like this is just a fantasy movie.
It isn't because
it's my interpretation of Noah's Ark, but it's not
because he actually had a graphic novel made of the story, and it's very much a fantasy.
Yeah,
it's not the actual story or even the Epic of Gilgamesh.
And that's what I think kind of fucked him over is that people went against it because they were like, he's making fun of.
Yeah, they marketed it kind of as a religious movie, and then really people found out it wasn't a religious movie, so people got mad. Yeah, that's true. So, he's obviously very controversial because Black Swan was slightly controversial. So,
but it was very much. Critically, it was.
Oh yeah, it did, and it actually, I think, made a decent box office for its.
It was in the box office for a while.
Yeah, it did pretty good.
And I mean, before that, he had The Wrestler.
Yeah, which The Wrestler did really well critically. Mickey Rourke won. Did he win the Oscar for that? I think so.
He did, yeah, because he beat out
somebody big, but I don't remember who.
Did he win it?
Or did he just get nominated?
And then did that come out the same year as Wild Heart?
And Jeff Bridges won, possibly.
Or was that the year after?
Crazy Heart.
Yeah, because Crazy Heart, I know Jeff Bridges he won for that.
That might have been that year. I don't remember exactly. Which you can debate. Obviously, Mickey Rourke probably deserved the award. They just gave it to Jeff Bridges because they're like, we've never given Jeff Bridges anything.
And I'm pretty sure Rourke already had. I want to say he.
Oh, has he?
No, he doesn't.
Won an award?
No,
I have
he
no
doesn't.
idea. I don't know. But then
I don't know.
Mickey Rourke's disappeared again because he's crazy. So, I don't know. But I think this movie, it definitely has another creepy horror vibe. So I'm interested to see if the people that already saw it will go out to see this movie, or it's just gonna dominate again. I don't know.
It could very well just dominate again.
It's possible because I think
fuck over everything else.
I think
Mother and all others.
it is getting really good word of mouth. People are telling other people to go see it. It's actually, generally, because I've heard like people say it's creepy, but it's just like the atmosphere and like the kids are really cool in this movie.
Yes.
So just the general feel of the whole movie is well done. So, because then the other movie coming out this weekend is
American Assassin.
American Assassin. Michael Keaton is like in charge of this crazy Jason Bourne assassin type guy. I don't know how I feel about the movie. Trailers didn't really wow me. I'm just like, yeah, I'm sure.
Didn't wow me.
I'm sure Michael Keaton will throw in a good performance, but
it's not going to be a great movie.
No, it doesn't look. Sure. The main guy, I don't know. He doesn't seem to have very much charisma going on. So yeah. I don't think that movie will make very much money at all, just because. And just that type of movie, kind of the conspiracy, spy, thriller thing.
It's well played out.
It's played out. It's really not, hasn't been doing that this well lately, these past couple of years. I think people got a little tired of it. And people have to deal with all this crazy stuff in their general lives with crazy government conspiracies and stuff. So they're probably like, I don't want to watch that in my movies too.
I don't want it no more.
I don't want it no more. So yeah. That's really about it coming out. Haha, it.
Yeah. Got you.
So I'm sure it will probably take the top spot again. It just depends on how big of a drop it's going to take, I think, is my view on it. It'll take a pretty big drop just because horror movies, I don't think it could sustain that large of an audience, obviously. But then there's big competition coming out later in September with Kingsman. So I think that comes out the following week. So then I think it will be, do this box office, and then it'll lose to Kingsman just because the first Kingsman did really well. So.
And this one's just got even more star power.
Yeah. What are you looking up?
Sorry, I'm trying to find out who Mickey Rourke lost to.
Oh, couldn't find it. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else would have come out that year. Like Jeff Bridges, that sounds right.
It's not, because that was 2009. Or 2010, I mean.
Okay. The Wrestler was the year before?
Not Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. He lost to Mickey Mouse.
Hey, guys. Hey. What about them beer earrings, huh?
I don't know. Check out my porg.
Chewbacca approves.
Yeah, Chewbacca does approve. This is the intermission. We'll just call it. I'll just cut this part out.
It looks like he lost to Sean Penn, but I can't. For
Sean
milk.
Penn won for milk. Now we got it.
All right. Touche.
Oh, okay. I think Mickey Rourke maybe should have won. I don't know. I guess I never saw Milk, so I couldn't say.
Sean Penn was really good in Milk.
Okay, so that's a tough one. It's probably a better matchup than some other years. So if it was a different year, Mickey Rourke would have won. So
I forget about that movie, Milk. That's some intense stuff.
Okay. Well, shall we?
That's going to take us into our top 5 battle.
Top 5 battle!
Top 5 movies! Of the 90s.
This is tough. This is real tough.
This was a terrible idea because, how can you do an entire decade in 5 movies? You can't because...
Yeah.
Especially that's when indie movies really started taking off.
Yes. it was kind of the boom of that.
We'll see how this goes, because I hate my list already.
It's tough. So basically, we're going to each give our top fives, make our case for them. Who knows?
Basically, just talk about them and see if the other person shits on it or not.
Yeah. We've had heist movies, completely different lists.
Did that one, different list, and then
Stephen King last time. We
pretty different, actually.
Pretty different,
I think we had one similarity.
Yeah. But at least that it seemed okay because it was, hit a certain niche. Where this
is going to be bad.
Completely different. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
Oh, man. You go first because I have to look something up, so I might have to make a quick change.
All right. Top 5 90s movies for me. Number 5, Cinco. I'm going The Silence of the Lambs.
Good choice.
Yeah. Just because this movie, it's just so good. You have, obviously, Anthony Hopkins. Great performance as Hannibal Lecter. You have, I don't even know the guy that plays Buffalo Bill in that movie, but he is creepy. He's the next level of creepy in that movie. Creepy. It's just a great like FBI mystery thriller with a couple horror aspects to this movie, and I think it's just
very suspenseful.
Very suspenseful.
It's a great thriller.
It's just a really edge of your seat movie. The ending, oh my gosh, when she's in the basement going through the dark, the night vision goggles, that scene just makes all your hair stand up. Yeah. And then obviously you have, famous creepy lines like, you gotta put the lotions in the basket or else you get the hose again, which is really creepy if you think about who says that.
It is. Oh,
just because he's gonna wear some lady skins.
That's wrong with his lady skins.
It's creepy, very creepy. Which Silence of the Lambs, it's the best Hannibal movie probably.
Yeah.
Red Dragon is good.
It's a good one,
but not as good as Silence of the Lambs.
No,
this is just a better, well-made, creepy movie.
But I mean, it was supposed to be like Red Dragon was definitely much more. What's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't like a mystery thriller, like because like Silence of the Lambs, like you didn't know who Hannibal Lecter was at all. Like you were just like, who is this guy? Why does he say this weird shit? And then you slowly figure out who he is, and you're like, wow. And then he's not even the bad guy in the movie. Wild Bill is.
Well, Buffalo Bill.
Wild
Which
Bill.
you see him through this entire movie, but you have no idea where he actually is. So that's kind of the big mystery of Silence of the Lambs, is figuring out where the hell he actually is.
Yep.
So, but yeah, definitely way better than Hannibal.
Yes, that movie was something.
I think Anthony Hopkins won the Academy Award for this movie.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. And I think it got nominated for Best Picture and stuff.
Like it was a darling at the Oscars.
Who is the main lady that plays Clarice?
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Jodie Foster. That's right.
Yeah. Probably her biggest movie. So, yeah. So that's my top 5. What's your top 5?
My number 5.
Yeah.
Die Hard.
Die Hard. All right.
Bruce Willis classic. I mean, you got my boy Alan Rickman getting kicked off the building.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Alan Rickman. Love that guy.
What was his villain's name in the movie? It's like
Hans Gruber.
Hans Gruber. Yes.
Hans
Gruber.
Oh, great. It's fucking fantastic. Like,
great action movie.
It's a great action movie. The script's actually not bad. Like, everything. It's a good movie. It's actually very entertaining.
Hans Gruber is probably one of the
greatest villains of all time. Yeah. Like, he is so good. Nakataki Tower. And they only kill like 5 people in that movie. It might be more than that, but it's only a handful of people, as opposed to Die Hard 2 and on, where it's just like body count just skyrockets.
Yeah, Die Hard 4 is ridiculous. Justin Long.
The Live Free and Die Hard, yeah. I like that one.
It's good.
It's entertaining, but it's not good. The whole sliding down the jet wing down the collapsing interstate thing. Like, I don't know what was going on there, but
they made John McClane a superhero basically in that movie.
He destroyed a helicopter with a motorcycle. Or was it a car?
I don't remember.
I don't know. Whatever it was. Like, it was not right.
In the original Die Hard, greatest Christmas movie ever made.
It is one of the greatest Christmas movies ever made. Because it does take place during Christmas.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas party.
Yeah, it is.
It's so awesome.
So yeah, I can't argue against that. And
you got dude from Family Matters. Isn't he the cop in that, or is that somebody else?
No, I think
that's the same guy. Yeah,
same guy. That's in Family Matters. I forget that guy's name.
I know. I feel really bad about that.
I used to watch that show all the time, but it escapes my brain.
But yeah, he's in it. The limo driver is pretty hilarious.
Mm-hmm. It's classic right there.
So good.
Die Hard.
Number 4.
Number 4. I'm going with something else that Bruce Willis was in. Can you think of what?
12 Monkeys?
No.
Is that 9? Yeah, that would have had to be 90s.
Yeah, that was 90s. But Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction, nice.
Pulp Fiction. Number 4.
Nice.
This movie, obviously, well, you could say Reservoir Dogs basically kickstarted the whole indie kind of movement almost of the 90s, just because it did so well on, indie budget. And it basically introduced,
Tarantino to the world.
Tarantino to the world. So you got, fast-paced dialogue, just, really crazy written scripts, where you have a very... Pulp Fiction is just so well done in its just structure. You have no idea what's going to happen. And then
just jumps around and around.
Yeah,
and
to
around.
The different stories. And you don't know how they would connect in some parts.
Until you get to the end.
Until you get to the end. Until you see that John Travolta I was like, I saw you die, John Travolta.
For real.
The first time I saw that, I'm like, wait a second. I was like, you can't kill Bruce Willis. But no, John Travolta dies. So, I don't know what's your favorite, chapter of that movie?
Favorite chapter of Pulp Fiction would probably be... I think it's the following Travolta where he gets his fucking dope and then he goes to Uma Thurman.
No, that's
they
my
go to the
favorite.
Restaurant.
Yeah, they go to the crazy restaurant.
Iconic scene of stabbing her in the chest with the adrenaline needle. That's just
because,
I just love that. Everything about that whole thing is just great.
The dialogue is great. Clearly John Travolta's greatest performance, I would say, is Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
He kills it in this movie.
I'm glad he passed on Forrest Gump to do Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Great idea. Who else did he consider to be in that role? Did he ever say?
For Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
I think Tom Hanks was actually.
Oh my gosh, no.
But I want to say Mel Gibson.
Which that would have been
Lethal Weapon Mel Gibson, so no.
No. He would have been too crazy.
That would have been.
Where John Travolta, you're like...
He had that cool,
You're a real awful person, but...
You're a real awful person, but you definitely do a lot of heroin, because you've got this heroin coolness to you, just like, yeah. You know what they call a Big Mac? Or a quarter pounder. In France, they call it a Royale with cheese.
And my other favorite part of Pulp Fiction is that everyone walks around in circles.
Yes.
For no reason.
Everything is
the beginning of the movie, they walk around that whole apartment building in a circle.
Yep.
Then when they go to the restaurant,
they
walk
in a circle. Then they dance in it. Everything, all movement is in a circle.
It's crazy. Great movie, classic. The world is introduced to classic Sam Jackson in that movie.
Yes.
With his great use of the F word. So.
And his reciting of Bible verses.
Yeah. Which then, Pulp Fiction's, you could say they copied it with Boondock Saints, but, other 90s movies kind of borrowed.
Boondock Saints.
Borrowed a little bit
I read
off
a great
of it.
article today about Troy Duffy, the creator of that, and how terrible of a person he is. But that's for another time.
Yeah, I'm sure I can see that.
We'll do a spotlight on that guy one day, and that'll be a great day.
So yeah, that was my number 4.
Pulp Fiction, good choice.
Yeah.
My number 4 is a Steven Spielberg classic, Jurassic Park.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
you can't go wrong with Jurassic Park.
What's there not to love? You have Jeff Goldblum being a sexy scientist. Have
Jeff Goldblum.
Dr. Grant being totally anti-kid, but the biggest kid hero.
Mm-hmm.
I love the differentiating from the book where that poor dude who played the lawyer went from being the hero to being eaten on a toilet.
Oh, was he the hero in the book?
In the book, he's basically Dr. Grant's, saves the kids and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why that dude signed on to be, because he had read the book and was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then he gets on, he reads the script and he's like, wait, what?
Yes.
Like, no. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can't have a lawyer be a good guy in a movie. Come on.
Oh, it was.
I didn't know that. I never read.
You should read those books. It's really good because that and The Lost World was a really good book.
It was actually a book. Yeah.
Because basically those 2 books cover all the events that happen in all 3 movies. Because there's even things from the 3rd movie that kind of happen in, I think, the Lost World book.
Yeah.
Might even be the 1st book. It's just a bunch of, it's great. Great books. Fantastic movie. I mean, those dinos were
they still look
real.
Good to me. They look good.
Yeah. I actually don't like watching, because I bought the Blu-ray of Jurassic Park, and when they first see the Brontosaurus, it bugs me because they went in and
did they fix it?
Fixed it, and it looks really awkward. Only in that one though. Most of the other things have stayed the same.
Very beginning, because you can see why they would maybe want to fix it, because the CGI might have been dated slightly because that was like the first time you saw a full CGI dinosaur was the Brontosauruses. But, Steven, why are you doing that to your movies? Did it to E.T., you better not do that to Jaws. No CGI shark.
Oh. I wonder if they'll ever remake that movie.
Bad idea.
Oh, yeah. It's not going to work now.
It would not work now. It could work. People are still terrified of sharks.
But we don't really have that small town, beach town like that anymore. Those have all died.
No. Yeah. So, wouldn't work. Well, because, Jaws was a book, too. So, that was had that going for it. But, yeah, can't argue. Jurassic Park, great pick.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Yeah.
See, we can't battle because there's just too many good movies.
Oh, I know. This is so hard. Some people would probably not have this in their top 5, but I'm going to. I'm going The Big Lebowski.
Yep. I put that. I didn't put it in my top 5, but I didn't put any Coen brothers in my top 5.
Because, you have basically, I would say, the greatest span of Coen brothers movies, the 90s.
Because you have that, Fargo, and
I think Barton Fink was in the 90s.
Barton Fink. Oh,
and
that's
then
a good one.
They might have had one more. I don't remember. Oh, Brother Where Art Thou might have been like 1999 or something.
No, I think that
late
was
90s.
early 2000s.
Early 2000s. Yeah, it was.
That's a good movie.
But yeah, Big Lebowski, I think you have... It's just a great script to this movie.
Yes. I mean...
John Goodman is amazing in this movie.
Love Walter.
You have Steve Buscemi being like the nicest guy.
Shut up, Donnie!
In this movie. Being Donnie.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Donnie.
Walter shits on him the entire movie. Then you have the dude who should not be a hero. He's
not the hero. He's not a hero in this movie. Let's be honest.
A hero. Come on.
No.
He is a hero.
No, he just keeps having bad shit happen to him. That's all that happens.
What is his way of life? And you're like, man, he lives a weird life, but I could be the dude.
My life just revolved around bowling. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, you just go bowl. I think he gets like social security checks or something.
God.
Just hilarious. And you have Sam Neill being a crazy cowboy guy that gives him advice. just randomly.
Philip Seymour Hoffman
yeah.
I keep forgetting he's in that.
He's the assistant guy, I think.
Yep, assistant to the actual Lebowski.
Yeah. Just hilarious movie. I would say it's just a good hybrid of comedy mixed with, I don't even know what.
Like a murder mystery.
Murder mystery with kind of a plot of nothing. And it works.
Tilda Swinton, right?
No. Julianne Moore.
Yes.
The late crazy artist lady that then wants to get pregnant
by the dude.
The dude abides. Yeah, great.
Can I get a sarsaparilla?
Yeah, there's just a very quotable movie. I can see why it has a huge cult following because it did terrible box office, but it's gotten such a big following now just because.
Well, that came out what 96.
Sometime, it was like kind of mid to almost late 90s. So it just came out at a time that I don't think people appreciated it and then all of a sudden into the 2000s and later, people are just
our generation ran off with it.
Great movie. We're like, yeah, this is hilarious.
God, that's amazing.
So that's my number 3.
My number 3 we already talked about. It's Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
So that made it to both our lists.
Yeah.
We've got a similarity.
We've got a similarity. All right.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's just a classic.
Can't go wrong with it.
It's actually a great movie to where, like, if you only have 20, 30 minutes,
you can watch a chapter.
Pick one of the chapters and just watch it.
It's a good idea.
Like, it's cool. Or even if you wanted to change up the way you watch that movie, pick out the chapters and then just watch them each day like a little show.
Yeah.
It's craziness.
Then, the other thing, I guess we didn't talk about Pulp Fiction. Soundtrack.
Soundtrack is phenomenal.
Excellent. A lot of surf music. Just the intro of, you had Misery Lou go into Jungle Boogie is awesome.
It's pretty glorious.
It fits it so well. And obviously all the surf music and crazy John Travolta dancing. Yeah, John Travolta dancing, amazing.
He got his Boogie Nights on, man. That's not right. Saturday Night
Fever. And he danced in Grease. Boogie Nights is
Marky Mark.
So.
And Grease, yeah.
If he dances in a movie, it's probably going to be a good
one.
Yeah.
Number 2.
All right. I am going with the Martin Scorsese classic, Goodfellas.
Hey, nice.
1990 even, so barely in the 90s.
That's what I was checking before why I had you go first.
Because it almost has a late 80s look, but it's 1990. So,
because let's be realistic. It came out in 90, so that means it was probably filmed in like 87, 88 for back then.
Yeah,
because it's like damn near a 3-hour movie, so I'm sure it took him a while to edit it.
With movies too, so yeah, that's very possible.
So technically, we could probably classify it as an 80s movie, but it came out in 90. That's when it was in the running for its awards and whatnot. So
and it was actually released. Movie. Yes, you have.
Ray Liotta's probably best performance in anything he's ever done.
Definitely, especially if you see Ray Liotta now.
Oh yeah, I mean he's had some good movies aside from that. Do not get me wrong. Yeah. I love me Ray Liotta, but that's definitely like he killed it in that movie. Like he was like when you're acting with Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci, and you're actually standing your ground, sometimes and at times overshadowing them. That's because
I would say. I would say, De Niro downplays his character a little more in that movie.
A little bit.
It's definitely Liotta's and
it's his movie.
Pesci's movie.
But even then, like, De Niro just comes in with these, like, especially at the end when, like, everything's going to shit and he's just, like, breaking down. Like, it's phenomenal. And then, what's her name? His lady.
I can't remember her name.
She's fantastic in that movie. She kills it. They go to the crib. They're both all coked out. Like, oh my god, that movie.
Just overall, just the structure, the cinematography of Goodfellas is amazing. It's the scene where they go through the back of the restaurant
and
he's holding the handheld.
It's a single track shot the whole way through.
with a handheld camera, which would be very hard to do.
Why? So that's a steady shot. So that's like is that a 5-minute shot? Like it's quite a long shot.
Oh man.
Because like they literally go through the whole restaurant, through the kitchen, like
kitchen and all that. Like that scene is shot so well. I'm like, holy! That's the difference between great directors and okay directors.
Yeah. Like the difference between Michael Bay and Scorsese is
Scorsese can film some shit.
I hope.
And he also, probably had a hand in the script as well. So
I think so, yeah.
Because he doesn't write his own movies completely himself. No, he just directs.
He's mostly he's involved, I think, in a lot of those things. Yeah. He just
does the pitch and has a general idea, probably.
And is the guy that kind of probably more so now he dictates around. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure during Taxi Driver days, I'm pretty sure did he write that?
I don't know. It might have been his coked out fever dream.
Yeah, so. No, because he was. Yeah, that's what he was doing. And I'm pretty sure he edited. I think he did a lot of that one.
Yeah.
Oh God, I would love to have a conversation with that man.
Yeah, Martin Scorsese. One of the greatest directors ever.
Yes, he is my all-time favorite director. He's done so much great things. I was getting so burned out on 3D movies until he did Hugo, and the way he utilized 3D technology on that movie was...
Yeah, I don't think that movie got enough credit. It's just a good movie.
He got snubbed at the Oscars hardcore, because that was... And it was a beautiful ode to one of the original men of motion pictures. That was just a beautiful fucking movie. Yeah. And I love seeing... Sacha Baron Cohen playing a real person because he's really good at it.
No, yeah, because he is such a good. He just has great comedic timing and everything. Oh. He's just his type of comedy. I think works really well.
But even that, even when he in that movie, he's got to have some dramatic points, especially when he's talking about his. Well, I guess he doesn't talk about his leg, but when it creaks up and he gets all embarrassed, the dude can act. That's why I'm so angry that the Queen band members got all angry at him because he wanted to actually do a Freddie Mercury movie and they wanted to do a Queen movie, basically. And because he would have slayed as Freddie Mercury.
That would have been awesome. He wanted to dive deep into, his actual life.
He was gonna Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, that shit. Just straight literally be the man.
Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, Goodfellas, number 2.
Goodfellas, that's
What was your number 2?
My number 2. I don't know why I just did this. It kind of led the way for what is this giant of Pixar, but Toy Story. I mean, the voice acting is incredible. Oh, yeah. Tom Hanks and Tim Allen going at it is amazing, and watching it now, it still looks so good.
For being
that 95, I think is when that came out. You have it right there.
I gotta confirm this because I don't think it's 95. But Toy Story, beautiful VHS. Blah 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 blah. Gosh, you are right.
Yeah, 95.
Yeah, basically Toy Story, the first full-blown fully CG animated movie. Made that on some Windows 95 computers, and
holy crap,
still looks great for
it holds up to even the newer, the last one, 3. You play those side by side, I mean, there's been advancements, don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, if you see those Pixar backgrounds now, you're like, that looks like real life.
Yes, for real. But it's mind-blowing what they could do then with the crappy technology they had.
And I feel like Toy Story, it hit me in the right spot of, you were at that age where
I was fucking 5.
Yeah. You love toys, so.
Absolutely. To me, that's going to stick just because, I was a kid and I watched that through my entire childhood because, oh, so good.
And yeah,
it's actually awesome. I want to say no, Lion King. Yeah, Lion King. That came out the same year?
No, before.
That came out like 93, 94.
Something like that.
Okay. Yeah, but God, 90s Disney was killing it.
Yeah.
Because that's what's nice is Toy Story is a Disney movie. It's not because Pixar wasn't full-fledged Pixar yet.
But then they they made A Bug's Life. Yeah. And that's when they went down that route. So
I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, very underrated.
It is.
But yeah,
I'm a beautiful butterfly. Oh, that caterpillar, man.
Yeah, not as good as Toy Story.
No, but
I think Toy Story still might be my favorite Pixar movie, even though it's the first one. Just probably because of my nostalgia of it. I love WALL-E real hard.
I'm not even trying to think of my favorite. Well, we're gonna save that. Well, you know what?
That'd be a top 5 all on its own.
That's next week's top 5 battle.
All right, yeah, we'll do that.
Pixar movies.
Pixar movies. That's a good one. All right, we'll do that. Yes. So we won't discuss Pixar movies till next time.
Yeah. Okay. We'll leave it at that because I gotta think of what they all are.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of good ones. A lot of good ones in there.
Oh, sorry, you got me thinking about WALL-E.
No, it's okay.
Movie blows my mind because there's like no talking, so it's just like wow.
But speaking of Toy Story, it hit my honorable mentions. It was
understandable.
It was very hard. That and The Lion King.
Yep.
Are in my honorable mentions.
Really any Pixar Disney movie of the 90s gets an honorable mention because Mulan was great, Tarzan was great, Aladdin was great.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast, The Rescuers. Or Rescuers and Rescuers Down Under was late 80s, wasn't it?
Rescuers Down Under
might have been 90s.
Might have been 90s. But the original Rescuers was 80s.
Yeah.
And
101 Dalmatians?
No, that was 80s.
80s.
I think Little Mermaid came out in like 89.
Fox and the Hound.
That was earlier.
Damn it.
No, yeah. We just watched all
I know, we watched
Disney movies in the 90s. Yeah.
Because they were the best. Yeah. They made you think and cry.
Pocahontas.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. So, a lot of great Disney movies, you can say. Notable top 5. I also put, for my honorable mentions, other Coen Brothers movie, Fargo.
Yep. Fantastic. Frances movie. Norman McDonald is that her name?
Frances McDormand, I think.
McDormand, that's it.
McDonald.
Yeah.
And then you have William H. Macy.
Yep.
Who is such a he's such a terrible person in this movie. Because he hires these people to kidnap his wife.
Bad for him because it just all went so south so quick.
Because you have the craziest people that he hired,
This crazy Russian dude who don't talk.
And Steve Buscemi.
And Steve Buscemi who doesn't shut up and gets all sorts of screwed up and then ends up getting thrown in a wood chipper.
It was just so simple. They just, all the North Dakotans just, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Up there in Brainerd.
Because North Dakotans will bash that, say that's not how we sound. But that's how they sound.
They hated it.
That's how they sound.
I'm pretty sure they sued the Coen brothers for slander or something for that movie. Minnesotans were pissed too because they sound like.
Oh yeah. Well, because
we lived
in
Minnesota during that
Minnesota.
time. I think. Yeah. Brainerd. Yeah. Well, and then she goes to Minneapolis too.
Because the Paul Bunyan statue's in Minnesota.
Yeah. Brainerd, Minnesota, right across the border.
Yeah, because I've been there. But yeah, the North. Yeah, everyone kind of says, "Oh yeah," a little bit, but not to the point of Fargo. They over exaggerated it, but they still throw an "oh yeah" in there. Yeah, but
I'm trying to think of other honorable mentions for the 90s. Reservoir Dogs, obviously. Yeah. I want to say Jackie Brown was 90s as well.
Also 90s.
Another great one because got Robert De Niro in it. Mm-hmm. Sam Jackson kills him, but that's cool. Sam Jackson's got dope ass hair in that movie. Straight back ponytail with a bald head, dude. Killing him. Keaton's in that movie. I keep forgetting he's in that. Fantastic movie. What else do we got? 90s.
My other honorable mention was
Armageddon.
Yeah, was Fight Club.
Fight Club. That was
1999, so at the very end.
It's very end.
But it is a great movie. But I guess apparently I like some of these other movies better.
Men in Black.
Yeah. You were in the heyday of Will Smith.
Yep.
Independence Day.
Rush Hour. That's a 90s movie.
Yeah. It is.
Fugitive. U.S. Marshals.
Yeah, U.S. Marshals. There were a lot of good 90s comedy movies.
Yes.
You had Dumb and Dumber. You had,
Dr. Dolittle wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Jungle to Jungle.
Wayne's
Worlds,
yeah.
Dogma, Clerks, Mallrats.
Kevin Smith made good movies in the 90s.
Whole indie movement.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's so many. The Batman movies were pretty awful.
Yes, very awful.
Joel Schumacher, you ass. Oh, there's so many good ones. Godzilla. I like that Godzilla with Broderick. Wasn't that 98? People don't like it, but I like it.
It's bad, but
it's not bad. He's the worm guy. And they all up in Madison Square Garden. The dude with the camera, he's my favorite. And you got the professional dude.
Yeah.
Is the French guy following Godzilla.
Yeah, he's the cab driver.
It's fantastic. Hook. Is that a 90s?
Might have been late 80s. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I watched it in the 90s.
What about the Mummy movies?
The Mummy movies might have been
late 90s. I
think
the first one was like 98 or 99.
I believe so, yes.
That definitely, Brandon Fraser's, that poor guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to his career.
You went from being a breakout star in Encino Man, movies like that, starring in The Mummy.
Oh, 90s honorable mentions. Can we get Pauly Shore's career in there, please? Because Son-in-Law... Biodome, in the Army now. Crucial to my childhood.
Yeah.
Crucial.
So, yeah. A lot of these, not great movies.
Some of them are nostalgic.
But nostalgic,
you know
90s movies.
They're still good because I'll still watch them and love them. Masterminds. It's also another one I loved as a kid. Patrick Stewart's Crazy.
Mighty Ducks.
Can't
go wrong with that. Quack. Page Master.
Oh, that was a crazy movie. Well, it still is a crazy movie.
Yeah.
It's just so weird now because it's a really short movie. It's only a little over an hour.
Yeah. I watched it and I'm like, oh.
Man, as a child, this is you get locked. Oh, Little Giants.
Little Giants. People forget about that movie. I think it's great. Great
Heavyweights.
Movies. Yeah.
Ben Stiller's, first movie.
I don't know if he directed that as well, but
he might have.
Yeah, he directed The Cable Guy in the 90s.
Cable Guy, great movie.
Basically, all of the great Jim Carrey comedies came out in the 90s.
Yeah.
You had great Adam Sandler comedies.
And because you have Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. See, we did a terrible idea picking a decade because you can't do a decade.
No, you can't.
There's just too much.
So there's just too many honorable mentions.
But we're going to wrap that up because we could go on forever. I mean, Waterboy. God. Wedding Singer. God.
Yeah, great Sandler in the 90s. All right.
The Mask.
Yeah.
Sorry. So now we're going
to close out the top 5.
With our number ones.
Hope you are excited.
Here, I'll go first just because we've already talked about my movie, so we can't really expand upon it. But it's Goodfellas. That's my number one.
Okay. You want to know the funny thing? My number one's one we talked about too.
What?
Jurassic Park.
Man. Yeah, so there's our top 5s. I don't know what to think.
I friggin' love Jurassic Park.
It's so good.
I watched it all the time as a kid. I loved dinosaurs as a kid. That's probably why.
That's exactly
with that,
why.
Land Before Time. You had some
movies.
great dinosaur movies going on.
We're Back.
90s
movie, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Killing the animation game, too.
Oh, yeah.
Movie's creepy.
Very creepy.
Homeboy's eyes.
Yeah, he's like a weird...
There was a lot of Hitchcockian references in that movie now that I think about it.
He made them sign a blood contract.
I know. These little kids.
Yeah, it's a dark movie, man. It's a dark movie.
took these happy dinosaurs and turned them into straight killing machines. Like, dude, that movie was nuts.
It's a good movie.
They don't make kid movies like that anymore. So it wasn't even really that happy of an ending either. Yeah. Other than the kids survived, but I'm pretty sure the dinosaurs got all.
I think it turned out okay. They defeated the evil guy, or like the crows ate him or something. Or
yeah, that's right.
And then I think
storm.
They were no longer prisoners of the carnival. Yeah. So yeah.
So nuts.
So you think we also we actually ended up with fairly similar top fives.
Yeah.
Even though in this
switched around.
Very diverse decade of movies, it's very difficult.
There are so many that we didn't even mention that deserve. Oh, Little Rascals.
Little Rascals.
Super Jam, Space Jam. Ah,
Space Jam.
Sinbad's first kid. Blank check. Like, Disney was killing it. Straight killing it. Power Ranger movie with Ooze. Oh.
Yeah. Have you watched a Power Ranger movie lately?
Like the old one?
Yeah, the 90's one. Oh my gosh. They complete like the end battle of the Zords. It looks awful. The CG is so
watching
bad
any
looking.
Of that stuff. Like,
oh my gosh.
I tried watching the show from back in the day, and like,
oh well, yeah.
There'd be the explosion, like the sparkles, and then they would fall, like after the smoke. It was great.
Well, at least there you had actual dudes in suits in a tiny city, so it looked just the CG looked bad. Basically, that movie is great for the first 30 minutes
until they go to like the
and then it turns
ruins or whatever, and then it just gets weird.
Yeah. This is not the Power Rangers anymore.
Which the White Ranger, I think, killed somebody recently, or admitted to killing somebody, his roommate or something.
For real?
Yeah, like that dude's been having trubs. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong guy, but because he was the Green Ranger and then he turned to the White Ranger.
And then he turned it into an MMA fighter.
Yeah, I think he
killed a guy.
Killed somebody recently.
I think he made a cameo in the new Power Rangers movie.
Yeah, and I think in the TV show he came in quite.
Yeah, he came back at the TV show. So just keeping that going. Crazy Power Rangers.
Forever it'll be. Yeah, so that's our top 5 battle.
Top 5 battle.
90s. Next week, movie. Pixar movies.
Pixar.
Man, then we're going to have to do Disney movies.
Yeah.
We could do Disney live action and then Disney animated. That'd probably be the best way to do that.
Yes, probably.
We could even go down the Nickelodeon movie hole. So there's not a lot of great ones, but there's some fun ones.
Yeah.
Harriet the Spy. Snow Day.
You throw in
the Rugrats movie, the Rugrats Meet the Thornberrys.
Yeah. Rango is technically a Nickelodeon.
Rango, the Hey Arnold movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
All right. So stay tuned for that top 5 battle.
It'll be a good one.
So, kind of related to 90s movies.
This man was.
This is going to be our actor
He may not have been a better actor in the 90s, but his movies fit his personality a lot better.
In the 90s. Because people.
And we like to call this man Nicolas
Cage.
Yeah.
The Cage Man himself, Nick Cage, who
won an Oscar. He is an Oscar winner.
Yes.
Leaving Las Vegas.
Where
he basically drank himself to death. Desk to desk.
It's a very depressing movie, but
it is.
Nicolas Cage, I think, I don't know if the movies were crazier then, or if you can just act like a complete crazy person and get away with it.
Well, but he wasn't always acting like a complete crazy person.
No,
like in that he wasn't.
No, he was
doing Bringing Out Your Dead.
Yeah,
the Scorsese film where he's the ambulance driver. Yeah. He was really good in that.
Oh yeah, that's a great movie. I think a lot of people forget about that movie.
Like people don't realize that it even exists.
No, so check that out. Nicolas Cage, Bringing Out the Dead. He's an ambulance driver.
Set in New York City.
It's a crazy movie.
Scorsese film.
Yeah.
Came out in 99.
An ambulance driver too, so saw some crazy things. Bringing Out the Dead was?
Yeah, 99.
thought it was the early 90s.
I thought it was way early.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, you have Nick Cage. He started his career pretty young. He's related to Francis Ford Coppola. So his real name, Nicholas Coppola. So he's like, I'm going to change my name.
Because I don't want to be in the shadow.
Nicholas Cage. Crazy name. It's hilarious to see like movie posters that he's in. All it says is Cage at the top.
Cage.
I watched, Snake Eyes on Netflix, and on the cover it just says Cage Snake Eyes.
That's how awesome he was.
Did you go home and watch that or no?
I didn't actually. I should have, but I didn't.
Recommend it. But yeah, you have,
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, that was one of his first ones. He was in like Moonstruck.
Valley Girl.
Yeah. He's kind of like in a lot of more teen movies.
Peggy Sue Got Married. Yeah. Then in '87, he was in Raising Arizona.
Yeah, great.
Also
comedy
Moonstruck.
Movie. And then, the 90s.
Just chilling in the 90s, doing a bunch of random stuff that I have never heard of.
Yeah.
94, he does a movie that I have heard of and I think is fantastic. It's got him, John Lovitz, and Dana Carvey as brothers, called Trapped in Paradise. It's a funny little comedy. I recommend it. Dana Carvey is fucking hilarious. Yeah. I don't know I lost my train of thought there.
Okay. Because, the interesting thing, Nicolas Cage started off more in comedies.
Yes.
Kind of made a move into serious movies, into action movies. Action star, yeah.
Like, not just action movies, he was the action star. Like, he was the tentpole guy.
Yeah. Con Air, The Rock.
Yep.
The Rock is a great movie. I want to say great.
Him and Sean
Great
Connery.
Action movie.
Yeah,
Michael Bay directed.
You literally, because you go leaving Las Vegas, 95, he wins an Academy Award. He's toast of the town. That's why I think his star goes rocketing, because he wins an Academy Award.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
So then he does The Rock. Him and Sean Connery. It's fun.
It's a fun action movie.
Not a great movie, but it's fun.
Movie.
It's fun, great. 90s is great for action movies.
Yes.
They know how to just entertain.
Yeah.
Then you have one of my favorite movies, Con Air, where he plays Cameron Poe. And his accent is god-awful. And there's just a lot. It's a very strange movie. Check it out if you have. If you haven't seen Con Air, you must be like 10 years old, because everyone should have seen Con Air by now. It's on AMC like every week. Anyway, after that we got Face Off, where him and
Face Off, I forgot.
Him and John Travolta switch faces.
Even though their bodies stay the same.
Their bodies stay the same. Their faces switch, and then they have to. So then you have Nick Cage acting like John Travolta, pretending to be Nick Cage, and then you have Travolta pretending to be It's
crazy.
It is one of the nuttiest movies.
Yeah, I think a lot of drugs were involved in this movie.
Probably. When it was written, there was definitely a bender involved.
So whoever wrote this movie, you're crazy.
But what's great is he followed those three up with City of Angels.
City of Angels, okay. Yeah.
And then he decided, well, I want to go back to being crazy, so I'm going to be in Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes.
Great movie. Great, it's basically a murder mystery.
Yeah. It's a great murder mystery.
It's set up in a cool way. There's a lot of like skipping ahead, flashback, it's very well done.
Yeah.
I think that movie actually
ending's weird though. I'll throw that out there.
Yeah, it's a very strange ending. It's a Brian De Palma film. Yeah. And he wrote the story, so.
Yeah.
And then after that, we got 8mm, him and Joaquin Phoenix going into the sultry world of snuff films. Strange movie, but he is really good in it. It's actually a really good movie. Joaquin Phoenix is really good in it. After that, we have that movie we spoke about, Bringing Out the Dead.
Bringing Out the Dead.
So he even got to work with Scorsese.
Yeah.
Like, dude's gotten to do a lot of great things. Brian De Palma and Scorsese, like, and the Coen brothers. Like, yeah. He's worked with the best. And then he was in the Gone in 60 Seconds remake.
Oh, yeah. Which is an enjoyable movie.
I like it. Him, Giovanni Ribisi, Angelina Jolie.
I think he did a lot of he did a lot of his own driving in this movie too, because he loves cars, loves motorcycles, hence Ghost Rider. So
did Family Man, Wind Talkers, which not a big fan of that movie. I didn't think it was that good, but
it's okay.
I liked what they were trying to do.
Yeah. It throws in a different perspective of the war that you didn't know about.
Yeah, that we were using the Navajo as our code because you can't crack a language because it's not a code. Only if you know how to speak Navajo will you be able to decode what they are saying. Yeah. It's not like, this symbol stands for this letter. Cool, we cool. Like, nope. Yeah. So, but that's why, I was kind of disappointed because, I felt like they could have done much more honor to that than that movie did.
It got overshadowed. I think We Were Soldiers came out at the same time, so that kind of
that's not going to help. 02, he adaptation. Never seen it, but I've heard good things.
Yeah. Then he's in some interesting movies.
Matchstick Men. I love that. Him and Sam Rockwell, where they play con man, and he gets conned by Sam Rockwell and the girl pretending to be his daughter. Mm-hmm. Really good movie. Nick Cage is actually very good in that. He plays an OCD bastard really well.
Oh, I can see that. I can see that.
Now that I think about it, he seems so natural in that role. But then after that, you have National Treasure, which love that movie. The first one, the sequels got crazy, but the first one was good.
Yeah,
it was well done. You had the right comedic effect. You also had a really good just mystery. And then you have probably my favorite Nick Cage movie ever, Lord of War.
Okay.
Him and Jared Leto, another movie in where Nick Cage really pulls through and just does a fantastic job. It's so crazy. Him and Ethan Hawke going back and forth.
Yeah.
But if you don't know about that movie, check that out. He's a gun runner.
It's on Netflix, I think.
It's really good.
Yeah, there's a couple good Nick Cage movies on Netflix, and then there's a lot of awful ones.
A lot of bad ones. I mean, you got The Weatherman. That's no good. World Trade Center. That movie was... There was something.
Yeah.
He had a weird mustache.
Firefighter, doesn't he?
Yeah. They did the Wicker Man remake, which anyone who knows about Nick Cage knows that was a terrible decision.
So this
is really the start of his fall.
That's the start of...
He kind of redeemed himself with Ghost Rider, because it was a good movie. The first one was not bad.
I think we're in the minority still with that. Not a lot of people like
true.
That. I think I really like it.
The first one's not bad. The second one,
He's addicted to jelly beans in the first movie. He plays a really, he's just weird out. He's a stunt driver. Nick Cage just fits that for me, I guess.
See, but then we got the movie Next, which he's like psychic. Yeah. The Next National Treasure, which wasn't too bad. Not great. Then you got Bangkok Dangerous, which I never saw because he had a weird hairdo.
It was basically like if you had his Con Air hair cut up a little more, I guess.
And then he was playing like Liam Neeson's badass characters that Liam Neeson plays now.
Yeah, it was like try to be like Taken. So.
And then Knowing, which I think is another one where he can see the future, like weird he sees the end of the world thing. Yeah. He was a voice of one of the hamsters in G-Force.
Interesting.
He was in Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans, which is a movie he got a lot of
I've heard that's actually supposed to be
positive. He once again delved in and actually made a good movie.
Yeah, because this is the point of his career. He might have some money troubles, so he's taking a little bit of everything.
Then he joined on the indie of... Well, he was a voice in Astro Boy. He was Dr. Tenma. I've never seen that movie.
Me either.
But then he was in Kick-Ass, which he was fantastic as Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Him and Chloe Grace Moretz had a very great father-daughter chemistry, I thought.
Yeah, that fits.
That was...
Because the hilarious thing, Nick Cage at one time was going to be Superman.
Yeah.
He was in the... Tim Burton was going to make a Superman movie, and Nick Cage was going to wear this crazy It was like this crazy, colorful looking alien Superman costume.
It was not going to be good.
There's a documentary about it that's pretty interesting.
Really?
Yeah, about just the making of it and how much time they spent just thinking of the script and just it was going to be a crazy movie. That's all
you need to give me the name of that after this because I want to find that out.
Yeah.
So then after that, we've got The Sorcerer's Apprentice, Season of the Witch, and Drive Angry, which I don't think anyone's ranting or raving about any of those.
Drive Angry kind of works as a B movie because the plot is ridiculous.
Okay, B movie, but that's still...
Because basically, it's like I don't know, somebody gets kidnapped by a cult that's going to sacrifice someone to the devil. So he has to drive angry in order to, like, rescue her or something. It's a bunch of crazy car scenes. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Sounds ridiculous.
Something like that. I don't remember the exact plot.
Then there's, like, this movie Trespass with him and Nicole Kidman where he's got these weird pedophile glasses on.
Sounds creepy.
You have another Ghost Rider. Now we're pretty much...
into modern Nick Cage.
Joe from 2013. I've heard that's a really good movie.
He's got a beard in that movie.
Yep. He was in the Left Behind remake, which was awful. And then pretty much he's in Snowden. And that's it. So yeah, that's Nick Cage.
He's had kind of, he's had a roller coaster ride of a career. He's had some great movies. He's had some flat out awful movies.
He's had a lot of flat out awful movies.
But a lot of those awful movies can somewhat be enjoyed by just the over the top performance of Nick Cage, though. Just because
it's true.
In those crazy movies, he is throwing out a crazy Nick Cage performance.
Well, and here on IMDb, I'm in the trivia section of his page.
Yeah.
So I don't know how real this quote is, but it says that he got Johnny Depp his first acting job.
Yeah,
so
I've actually heard that. They met at a party because, they're in the same 80s teen scene thing going on. And he basically convinced Johnny Depp that, like, hey,
you should be an actor.
You have an actor. You have something going on. So if you think about those two hanging out, I was like, that makes sense. They probably did some crazy stuff together.
Probably a lot of crazy stuff because they're both kind of crazy. They both buy a lot of random shit.
Yeah, they spend a lot of money.
Yeah. I guess he loves to improvise, occasionally to the annoyance of his cast members, because he does seem to be in a lot of scripted movies, so I don't think improvising is...
Oh, yes, he improvised. He very much improvises. It's hilarious. Crazy Nicolas Cage. He somehow has kept his hair there, though. His whole career, he's had a terrible receding hairline. And I'm like, he's going to lose his hair someday. He hasn't lost it yet.
Just be awful. Lose all of his hair.
And if you just picture him, he is the weirdest person you would ever think of being a huge action star.
His stage name, he is a comic book nerd.
Yeah.
So it's after Luke Cage.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he named his son, like, Kal-El after Superman. And he owns, like, a giant comic book collection.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I'm sure it's a fortune, so...
Well, going back, speaking of the wrestler...
Yeah.
Nick Cage was originally cast, but he dropped out because he didn't feel he had time to gain the muscle mass to be him, so... He could have been nominated for a second Oscar, probably. Because I think Darren Aronofsky would have... Darren Aronofsky seems like the guy that if he had started trying to improvise and it was bad, he would have been like, hey, see these words I wrote? Yeah, I wrote them, so fucking read them. I don't know if he wrote that, but he seems like a director who is probably very particular with what he wants, given the kind of movies he makes.
That would have been a weird movie with Nicolas Cage, thinking about it.
Yeah, it probably would be. I mean, Mickey Rourke looks like he'd be a washed-up wrestler.
No,
like,
he does.
Just does.
I think it just fit perfectly. Where Nicolas Cage, you're like, I don't know. Doesn't seem as believable. Be a washed-up wrestler.
Yeah, it'd be, but we'll never know.
Yeah. That's why my favorite Nick Cage movie is probably Raising Arizona, because he gets to be ridiculous, and it's a Coen Brothers movie, so it's real.
It's okay.
It's the weirdness is accepted.
Let's see. He was offered the role of Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, in the Spider-Man movie of 2002, which that would have not been as...
Been interesting.
I guess I can't say it wouldn't have been as good as William Dafoe. Well, yeah, I can.
William Dafoe laughed crazily and stuff in that movie.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Would have been different. Been interesting though, I guess.
Let's see. He went to the same high school as Angelina Jolie, Lenny Kravitz, David Schwimmer. Let's see. Rob Reiner went there, Pauly Shore, Betty White, Albert Brooks, Crispin Glover. All these people went to the same high school. Not at the same time, obviously, because there are age differences. But it's still crazy. There's something in the water there.
Californian high school, probably. So
yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, that was our spotlight on the Nick Cage.
Although he played the father to Helen Hunt and Peggy Sue Got Married, he's only a year older than her. Or no, he's a year younger than her. That's Hollywood.
It's weird. It's real weird.
David Lynch reversed to him as the jazz musician of acting. So I think that's a pretty good.
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah.
He hits a lot of wrong notes, but every once in a while he hits the right note, and when he does, it's fucking awesome.
And just like where he can be very quiet at times, very serious, and then other times he is just way out there, just completely over the top. Like that's pretty much how, just watching Snake Eyes recently. He starts off that movie super ridiculous. He's acting real weird at the beginning, and then
super weird.
Then he just slowly turns into like serious detective, and he figures that shit out. So.
He's the cousin to Jason Schwartzman.
That's very random. Interesting dude.
Let's see. Anything else good here? Close friend of Tom Waits, Crispin Glover, and Neil Peart.
Yeah.
He auditioned to be Joel in Risky Business, but that went to Tom Cruise. That would be very different.
I'm trying to imagine Nicolas Cage sliding across the floor.
For real.
It sounds hilarious. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked. No. Well, yeah, then there would have been no big career of Tom Cruise.
No. So that's what...
That was a big first defining one, yeah.
Man, he has got a lot of trivia on here. I'm still scrolling.
I'm sure he's been an actor for a long time, and he's just a very interesting dude.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Dead. Well, I can't look any more up.
Okay.
Because I was unprepared.
It's alright.
Yeah, Nick Cage, he's a national treasure. See what I did there?
National treasure.
Yeah, okay. I'm a funny guy.
He's awesome.
But yeah, he's a fun guy. I hope he makes another good movie soon.
I think if he gets the right director that knows how to...
Like, maybe Tarantino could find a spot for him. I feel like Tarantino could write a good character for him.
Maybe.
Like, I'd like to see, like, him and Sam Jackson go at each other. I think that could be a good time.
But yeah. So,
where are we at now? So after that, which is...
Moving on, to end the show, we'll talk about what's coming out on the Blu-ray, DVD,
coming out
4K, Ultra HD, DVD,
on
streaming.
The 12th of this September.
12th of September.
We
this
have
Tuesday.
The Tom Cruise-led The Mummy.
The Mummy.
Which didn't do too hot.
They actually did really well internationally. So that could warrant still the whole monster universe.
Oh, they'll keep continuing down that road because you can't Universal doesn't have anything else. They need
nothing.
to keep that going. Because
they have nothing going on for them.
Maybe once you keep going, people will look back on the Mummy movie and be like, oh no, I get it now. Yeah. So I feel like that might be what's happening is people don't understand.
They started a franchise basically with a movie that's supposed to connect to all these other things.
So it's not just a Mummy movie. Yeah. But then we also have the Captain Underpants animated movie, which I still want to see because I grew up reading those books.
Yeah.
Bought them at every book fair.
Yeah. I wasn't very good at reading books as a kid, so I'm like, this looks cool. There's pictures.
And so I read some funny.
Yeah, they're funny. They're silly. I liked poop jokes.
Love poop jokes. And the voice actors. I mean, you got Thomas Middleditch, Aziz Ansari, and then Ed Helms. Like,
yeah, that animation.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, the animation looks pretty good actually. So.
And then we have, I don't know. Man, did Split come out this year too? Fuck.
Came out in like February, I think.
All right, well, this is one of my top 3 movies of the year. And it goes by the name of Baby Driver.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's fantastic. I won't say any more because I don't want to say anything that'll spoil it.
Yeah. I bet there'd be some pretty good special features on that.
Ooh, yeah.
Because Edgar Wright is just a huge movie and film
Loves doing commentary.
So I'm sure he would love doing a commentary and behind the scenes of that movie.
I was recently rewatching Guardians of the Galaxy 2 with not Sean Gunn. That's the actor.
James Gunn.
James Gunn doing the commentary, but I just had it as subtitles.
Okay.
Super interesting.
Yeah?
Sorry, I don't know why I threw that in there. Get out of here, kitty cat.
Have you seen the music video he directed for the end song with David Hasselhoff?
Yes. It's fantastic.
It's a crazy music video.
It's a great music video. Check it out. David Hasselhoff, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 music video. It's somewhere out there.
Oh, yeah. It's on the YouTube.
It's great.
So it's crazy. And I'm sure it'll be on the... I guess I'm sure it's definitely on the Blu-ray. So.
Baby Driver probably has great special features. Because Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, all those have really good special features.
Yeah, they do. Because he actually, he cares about the filmmaking process and wants to share how he makes his movies, which I think is important.
Another guy I would really like to meet.
So I feel like lately, a lot of Blu-rays and stuff have been starting to skip a little bit on special features.
You get like 3 deleted scenes that are really just like 30 seconds extra of a scene already where it's just silence.
And then you just get like 2-minute snippets of people talking about things. I like the full-on making of the whole movie behind the scenes.
Let me see how this driving went down, dude.
Yeah. So that if it's like that, definite Blu-ray buy. So
even if not, definitely Blu-ray buy because you should have this in your collection.
Yeah. Was there anything else that came out on the discs?
Not really. Just some other random stuff. I think I can't think of what that Joel Edgerton movie is called. I think it's a horror movie. Critics didn't like it, but
I think I know what people voted. About. Is it the one also with Jason Bateman? Or am I thinking of a different movie?
No, you're thinking of the one where it's like The Gift or something.
Yeah, it came out like last year. Never mind.
Yeah, no, that's about it.
Okay.
I did bring you
Hell or High Water.
Hell or High Water, so we'll talk about that next time.
Yeah, because I haven't seen it yet, so...
Another movie I'll check out, because
start a little movie.
Everyone in it is great.
Yeah. So I guess look forward to next week. We'll be doing top 5 Pixar movies.
Top 5 Pixar battle.
We'll see what happens at the box office, and then it looks like we'll probably be previewing Kingsman. So
previewing Kingsman, and then we'll figure out someone that we will profile at some point.
Yeah.
Ooh, what to do with that? Because who is the director of those movies?
Matthew Vaughn.
He could be fun.
He did Kick-Ass, and he did X-Men First Class.
That's it. That's what I was thinking.
So.
Good dude.
Yeah. So I guess stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Movie Weirdos.
Movie Weirdos with
Jake
and Ghazi. And Finn sometimes.
Yeah. So subscribe to the channel, hit a like, and ask us if you have any questions.
In the comments, you can ask us questions. Anything. Give us ideas of topics, things you want to hear us talk about, and you can even give us your top 5 list.
Yeah.
In the comments below, give us your top 5 90 movies. Let's see.
You can talk about how much we suck, how much we're terrible.
You can bash us. That's fine with me. I get a kick out of those.
Let's do it. All right.
We're Movie Weirdos.
Yep.
Brought to you by
weirdness.
Ourselves. Thank you.